Silence is golden. Can't believe it. My broom was dirty. My vacuum is dirty. My kitchen sink was dirty. My kitchen towels are dirty. I have dust everywhere. What's going on, kitty? And my pants are falling down, so let me pull them up. You ever see these pants before? My brother-in-law gave me this shirt. I look like a sailor out of Seinfeld. How small do I look? Am I getting smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller? Or am I being big, very bold coming into the picture? Hey, sailor. What's going on? Hey? What do you call a cat that doesn't leave you alone for a minute? Sitting on my book. I have to rewrite this book. I'm sitting on some pairs of socks that my cat has pulled out of my drawer. But what interest is that to freedom? What interest is that to liberty? Hold on a second. My glove is dirty. What am I going to do with a dirty glove? Can't get this hand dirty. Why are you wearing the glove? Because I can't get this hand dirty. And even if I spray something, even if I take this glove off and I spray something and I wash it and I walk around and I touch something, I still get the hand dirty. So why would I take my hand out of my glove? Why am I going to take my hand out of my glove? To wash it, to put my glove back on? Or maybe I shouldn't put my glove back on. Maybe I should leave my glove off. But then if I touch something with my glove off, or if I touch something with my glove on, what's the difference between touching something with my glove off and touching something with my glove on? Well, it might be easier to touch something with your glove on. I don't know. Ask a baseball player. They might know. Ask a hockey player. They might know. Some football players wear gloves and some don't. I don't think a soccer player really wants to do anything with his hands. Just protect them, but he doesn't want to touch the ball. I don't want to touch the ball in soccer. And the soccer ball, what is the soccer ball design? What is the soccer ball design? Another thing, I wish I can interrupt this. And it's an airline. Is it Air Transit? What airline is it? It's a runway. You can see the runway in it. You can see the runway. I'd like to make the lines this way. You can see the runway in this picture. What sign is that? What should we do today? I wanted to have something prepared, and I didn't get a chance to prepare it because I was busy on my floor. And finally, I had a design I wanted to do on my floor, and I wanted to call a professional. Sometimes some things certain people just can't do. You can know some things and almost everything, but when it comes to certain things that you don't know, you just don't know it. You don't know it. Like making decisions. You need to make a decision. I'm wearing my glove. Now they say, wash your hands. But I'm wearing a glove. Well, there's holes in my glove. Well, there's holes in the facial coverings, aren't there? Holes in the facial covering, holes. So if you went in front for judgment, in front of God, and you said, my glove or my hand? You would obviously choose the glove and say, never take it off. It's only common sense. Why take the glove off when you have to keep the facial covering on? It's like, doesn't make any sense. So I should have my hand at liberty. I should wash my hands and then have it at liberty to touch anything and almost maybe touch someone. But the facial covering has to stay on. But they don't want to tell you why. They just say follow the rule or follow the law. Is it a rule, and is the rule the law? And who rules the law? Where are those Indians from hundreds of years ago where we stole their land? I like to say where we stole their land. They call us where white man come in. Red man and white man. Red 27, white 65, 765, not 765. Not 7 days a week. right? But the minute you go with 7, it's 7 days a week. How did we get to that 7? Well, it was 6 days in one day because God rested on the last day and man was only made on the 6th day. So actually there were 5 days that there weren't anything at all. Man was made on a Friday, which is egg day. I know, fried eggs. Friday. Pretty simple, right? Vendredi. Vendredi. In vendredi, it says red. It's red eye. Could that be a breakfast special? I got my shirt on, my famous painted shirt. It's all worn out after the years gone by. Cute little kitty. Hey, kitty, you're cute. You're cute, little kitty. Talking to the animals. I'm not Mr. Doolittle. Oh, actually, I am Mr. Doolittle. I do very little as I can. I'm always doing so many little things that I have no time to do anything else. No big projects, just little projects, a lot of little projects. That way I can complete the little projects and say, hey, I don't have ADHD. I complete all my projects. All 600 that I started yesterday, I completed them all. That's right. I used my mouth and I spoke, and when the sentence ends with a period, that's right. When the sentence ends with a period, I told them I couldn't go into work. That was the time of day. So if it ends in a period, we have to start a new sentence when it ends in a period. And sometimes it ends in a period, and then there's a new paragraph. Is that where the child is born, in between the last period and the next paragraph, or the last period and the next chapter in the book? When is the child born? Not after a comma. What happens after a comma? The comma looks like the spermatozoid, right? And then the period becomes a comma, and then all of a sudden you have paragraphs and sentences and indentations. Or is that indentation? That almost sounds like a spell. My desk's a mess. Everything is a mess. But you know what's good? You know what's good? I can see you have to start. Start in the kitchen. Take everything out of the cupboards, clean all the cupboards, then wash everything and put it back in. But wait a second. I have stuff in my cupboards I don't even like. But some people don't have anything in the cupboard. Miss Mother Hubbard's cupboard was bare. Now, if Miss Mother Hubbard's cupboard was bare, and bears hibernate, did somebody take Miss Mother Hubbard's cupboard away in hibernation? Get you up early, 8:50, you're going to bed. I'm going to count your hours from 9 to 5, I guess. Is that who you are? From 9 to 5. That'll be the 8-hour night to the 16-hour day. That'll take you from 9 a.m. to, it's funny, if it's, you get up at 5 a.m., so that'll take you from 5 to 9 and 9 to 5. And that is the way life was created. You'll get up when the chicken crows. Cock-a-doodle-doo. Good night to you. I don't know why I always like to do this. I like to bow my head. I like to thank you. That's the way I like to do things. And in the kitchen, I'm redoing my floor in the kitchen. Never did my floor in the kitchen. I don't even own the place. But I painted the floor, and I don't like what it looks like anymore. And I've been privileged this year that I can afford to do my floor. And I don't want any hassles, you know, when I move out. May I rest in peace at that time, of course. But I don't want any hassles for anybody else that has to redo this place when I move out. But I'm hoping and wholly waiting that this carries on into the truth and freedom style of liberty, in which we would go back to 1967 and the Beatles would come in and they would start to sing Yellow Submarine, because that's the next color I'm going to be painting, is yellow on one of my walls, and I'm not really sure what I'm going to connect. But this guy is, yeah, all about you, eh? All about you. You know, at the bottom of her feet, she has pads, right? And her feet, a cat's foot is like a rabbit's foot, eh? Isn't your cat's foot like a rabbit's foot? What are you doing there, kitty? Yeah. I'm working in the kitchen. Kitten lies right down beside me. Oh, I was 4 people and 5 people. Now I'm down to 3 people because no one wants to hear the entertainment. But I'm entertained. So I'm busy removing the paper from the vinyl flooring off the floor. And cat lies down right beside me. I'm not sure how much micro whatever came off that. Running around the house, I got dust everywhere. That's, in fact, that floor will cost me less than the cleaning it's going to take me after. Privileged. Who has the privilege to change? This is like exciting for me. I've never put anything new in this apartment besides that $23.95 light. You know what I'm saying? Like that this is like my first real, like, and it's not painted on the floor. What did I want to speak about today? There's so many little things. 10. So if you're a tenant, it's like backwards and forward, you're saying 10. The 10, the numeric value for 10 is number 39. And it also, or that number 39, the number 3 or 30, depending on which way you want to go, which would be 1020, which would be J and T. Jack and T either for 10 or T for the letter T in the 20th position, the 10th position, and the 20th position both sort of represent each other. And it's funny that in I just bring up things for people to wake up. Maybe you're working on a project, you're lost for something, and all of this has to do with numerology. All this has to do with thinking, trying to create and recreate and understand the universe. So when I come out and just throw all these things out there, it might be good for one person and mean absolutely nothing to everybody else. And I'm sorry, I can't satisfy everybody but myself, because I'm sharing all that I think has a relevant meaning to somebody or another in their own perspective and analogy of creation. So now I forget what I was really going to say, and now they're down to 2 people. Your good brother, I'm a 5 to 5 myself. Dad was born on the 5th day of the 5th month of the 50th year. Legacy, the 7th son. Love you, bro. Keep it up. Well, don't leave me now, because I've got something for you. If I'm a 5 to 5 myself, Dad was born on the 5th day of the 5th month, I can take you out some papers that on the 5th day of the 5th month, okay, of 2005 is when I had the revelation. May 5th, 2005, the 125th day of the year, 5 times 5 times 5 equals 125, representing Mars, Earth, and Mercury, because 51 and 52 equals to the numeric letter count of the word Mercury. It's not Mars-cury, it's Mercury. So where did Mars come from? Mars came out of Mercury. Remember, Mercury and Venus have no moons. And then boom, the next 2 planets, one has 1, the other has 2. Earth representing the moon Luna of Mercury, and Mars representing Dus, 2, the moons of Venus. Now we can intertwine this and say Earth is representing Venus, as it is the 3rd planet having a dot in the center, and Mars representing Earth because it has no dot. So this way they match together. Earth gets Venus 3 and 2, and Mars gets Mercury 1 and 4. Both create the freedom of 55 and the spirit of 76 because of what the dice cube says. Good night, Dharma lady. Have yourself a fine sleep. Gay schluffen. Just 1 second. I always get thirsty when I do these videos, and I have to think. I always have to think. I just lost my, where am I? Oh, here I am. Give me a second. I'm going to get a glass of water. Whoop. I just kicked a bottle of water. There was also another wall I was looking at that I really don't like, and I'd like to paint. In fact, some of my walls I don't like at all. All the orange behind me. Even the door starting to look messy. thinking of putting mathematics on it. Let me. Truth and grace of Jesus Christ. God is joy, and what is it? Oh, there goes my cat on my keyboard. She's twiddling herself through the. There's like no place to go on this desk. Where are you going? Where are you going? You walked all around the desk, and there you go. So, okay, we're going to try and get this book out here. I'm going to try and see if I can get this book out over here. Every time I pull something, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay, kitty. I was listening to some of the Christmas songs, Truth and it said Truth and Grace, T and G, and that could signify the seventh gate, the passageway of 77, the in and the out communication. Why I'm mentioning that is because in gematria, the seventh letter is G, and it is at the top. It's at the point of the pyramid, and the T is the 20th letter, and that's the point of the pyramid. So 7 and 2 win a big red sun. Number 7 and 2 comes from the creation of 9 times 8 equals to 7 and 2. You can also have 7 and 2 by going 9 times 3. 9 times 3 equals to 27. 2 aces, the word ace, A-C-E, equals to 1 and 3 and 5. Or how about 13? 135 and 135 is 270. And that's 90, 90, 90, 270 degrees. If you had 3, it's hard to sometimes explain my vision of things. But let's look at this. We have an arrowhead, right? Should I design it? We have an arrowhead. We have an arrowhead. Where are we? Did we get this? We haven't. Here's 27, and then 9 times 8 equals to 72. The same way 9 times 6 equals to 54, and 9 times 5 equals to 45. Okay, some numbers we can't make up. 53 and 27, 15 and 23, 14 and 16, 1 plus 4, 1 plus 6, 1 times 4, 1 times 6. So in the light of the sun, in the spirit of 76, from the letter N to the letter P. Neep. I'm not sure what that is. Penny. But this is the sun. This is the spirit of 76. How numbers are created. This will equal to 15 and 8. This will equal to 14 and 9. Same answer. Both equals to 23. When you minus it, we have 7. When you minus it, we have 5. 7 and 5. And again, 7 and 5. So this would end up linking into here. And then 1 times 5, and then 1 plus 5, and 2 plus 3, 2 times 3, and then 2 plus 3. So this will be 11 or 0, 1. So these are how numbers sync together. Computers have to follow flows and absolutes. Numbers follow flows and absolutes. Without these absolutes, the computers would not flow, because everything on the computer comes from a number, a position, a coordinate, a letter, a shape, a design, wording. So now the cat is no longer here in front of me. Now the cat's over there and not talking to me because she's got her butt towards me. She's mad at me for not talking to her, right? Are you mad at me? Are you mad at me? I know you won't turn around. You won't turn over, but you have no choice to lift that butt every time I pat you, because the communication is coming in right from this thing over here, eh? Hey, it's coming in from over here, the information? Yeah, eh? And if I scratch, You can't handle it, eh? If I scratch, what happens if I scratch? Hey, look at that tail wagging like crazy down there. Hey, that information, she can't stop. Oh, hold on a second. Why are the lights out? Wow. What happened to you, kitty? So we were talking about 9 times 3 and the freedom is because the numeric value for Saturn, and I am going so basic, so small. I haven't even been expanded using other words with number 39. Like if I would write down Saturn, hold on a second. I'm going to look from a gematria calculator, and I'm going to look down. Let's see if you can get this here. Hold on a second. Hold on. Wow. Hold on. Wow, wow. That's really crazy. Wow, that's really crazy. I'm getting some back talk. That's really crazy. I'm getting some back talk. So when I hear that back talk, I think that somebody else is connected up into my computer. So I'm going to press in Saturn. So I'm going to press in Saturn. So I know somebody. So you see, I have Saturn here on the screen, and gematria calculator for Saturn, 511, 558. This is the one I'm looking for. Okay, I'm trying to see if I can. Okay, so we have Saturn number 93 over here. And that is the same thing for number 10 is number 39. We also have it in English gematria, and Jewish gematria is 511. 55, the freedom of the gateway heaven. And in Saturn, in the Jewish gematria, we have Mars 11, Mars and the sun. Here we have matrix. Why do I say that? Because other words go with other numbers. Now we're going to see. We have Mary connected to the moon, 93 simple. Mary connects to the moon. Army connects to the moon. Arturo connects to the Saturn. The professor connects to the moon through the spirit. Katie connects through the moon. G and E, 5 and 7, where the spirit of 76 comes out alive. 66 already is the passing zone of 369. And 625, 25 times 25, 625. I have to understand and look a little bit deeper sometimes. 121, the golf course, 1111. Where do we get 1111? Where do some of these numbers come from and why? Where do some of these numbers come from and why? Today or yesterday, I was counting some rows of boxes. So I counted the first row had 4, the second row had 5, the third row had 6, the fourth row had 7. So I counted 4 plus 5 is 9, 6 plus 7 is 13. I go, wow, there's a difference of 4. It was amazing. 13, 1 and 3 equals to 4. So we had 4 and 5, 9, and then we had 6 and 7, 13. And it sort of reminded me of the pool game where the 5 ball and the 13 ball are both orange. 1 and 3 equals to 4. So the 5 and 4 creates the sun. The 13 will create spirit, and it will run all the way up to the spirit in the moon. Jack, queen, and king, when we count all the cards together. I still have only 2 likes. I want to see 3 likes, and the only reason I want you to like me, and don't like me yet until I tell you the reason, if you haven't been here before. You have your glove on? I wouldn't dare take it off. I went to the store the other day. They said, take off your glove, wash your hand. I go, my hand's clean. I don't want to take off my glove. You want me to wash my hand with that, to put it on my hand, to rub 2 hands together? How do I know this hand ain't dirty? Even if I put on that stuff, I need some soap. So I'd wash my hands, put on some soap, wipe it, and then put my glove back on. So, like, why take the glove off to start with? I don't take the facial off. But, so, I mean, I'm not washing my face. So why take off the glove? Thank you. You know, when you see someone you want to say thank you, just go, thank you. That's the way you say thank you. Go, now I'm in liberty. I see the difference. Everybody see Fox News? Just try, and if you want to balance something and you don't have a computer and you want to balance something, well, if you didn't have a computer, you wouldn't be watching me unless I'm on live TV, NBC or something like that, ABC, NBC, Fox. I don't know. There's so many stations, ABC, ABD, ABF, you know. I know there's AMF. I think that's a bowling ball. I think last time we spoke about doing something on bowling. There was another design I came up with this and balance, artificial intelligence, altered images, and then this balance. This balance. I wanted to bring out. No, we're gonna leave it. We're gonna go back to God is joy. So G and J. And what's funny about that significance? God is joy. Is God a name? What if Ronald? What if they said Ronald? Well, look, let's pray to Ronald. But instead of using the name Ronald, they use the word God. Do you know anybody in the world named God? Why don't you call your child God? Why don't we also just start calling our children God? Oh, God was born today, and January 1st, who was born? God. Wouldn't it be amazing if on January 1st, the first child to be born was named God? God or Jesus? Well, Jesus is easy. There's a lot of Jesuses born all over the world. Even Christ, because they call him Christopher for short. They don't say, hey, Christ was born, Christ Almighty. God Almighty. Oh, hold on a second. God Almighty, Christ Almighty. I mean, must be his father. Same last name. Must be his father. So why did I choose to say these words and God and joy? Well, first of all, in French, J and G, the sounds are exchanged. It's ironic that they would say God is joy. And truth and grace, where G and T are exchanged in gematria. What a coincidence. Just so many coincidences. So many coincidences. Now we got a third like. I got a problem. Did I ask you and tell you why you should like without me explaining why you should like it? And is it my business for you to choose what and when you'll like? And did you do it just because I said it, or did you do it from the goodness of your heart and you're not really sure why because you're enjoying yourself right now? And it's not really supposed to be all about joy unless the joy comes from your heart for the reason of truth and liberty and standing by one and telling outside the universe. Telling the outside universe, this is where the truth stands. In the words I speak, not all the words I speak, of course, but just the real words that have any meaning in the numbers, in the art of and grace of numerology. Why are all these numerologies out there? I didn't create any of it, not one. If you think I created anything I do, it's not true. I'd be crazy. I'd be the only one. It wouldn't be possible. I want to say everybody did it before me. I just do what they did a different way. Now you can say he's not so crazy. He just did it different. That's okay. Is it not? Or I'm the only one that did it different. My cat now looks like she's a queen. She turned around. Hey, you look like a queen. Every time she sits down, I think she's going to lay an egg. You going to lay an egg for me? Yeah, you love me? Good. Now we got 4 likes. Can we hear 5 likes, 5 likes, 5 likes, 5? How do we get 5 likes? If I get 5 likes right now with 4 people watching, that would be a miracle. Unless somebody was here that liked and left and somebody replaced them. Then we'd have 5 likes. We'd have 3 likes and 5 likes. So let me get back to, these are Christmas songs that they're singing right now over the holidays. And I take out pieces and parts and I go crazy all day sometimes. I'm busy doing something. I hear something. I say, I'm going to remember it. But unless I have my pen and stop, this is what happened to me in 2005. I was busy working and I couldn't work. I had to stop. I told my boss, I says, listen, I'm going to work for you all day, but only give me 75% of my pay because, you know, I'm busy doing other things too. Well, it's okay. I never got paid anyway. So what's the difference? So all these come from Christmas music. I don't want to put that on for too long because I might get snapped off by the site. You know what's ironic? What I find ironic is, can I use the word ironic? I really don't know the English language so well. And why am I going so fast? Because I feel like I'm in a flow. My cat looks like she comes from another planet. I'm in a flow. Oh, my legs. So now I just lost my trend of thought. So I listen to the Christmas songs. I hear something. I listen to things and I hear different things and I want to write them down. I'm not really sure where I was going before with this. I lost my trend of thought. Not very happy about that. I have to think. So I listen to the songs on the radio. And why did they make Christmas? What is it all about? Is it to make us forget about certain things? Is there something going on during the holiday season and the solstice that we're not supposed to see? And here where we have the solstice, right now at about 7:15 in the morning, the sun comes up. And then by 4:30, the sun goes down. Is it like that all over the world? If it's not, then how can you construct a design that can show the sun going up in every single time zone? In fact, every 100 miles show the sun coming up and the angles and the sun going down, and try to shape the earth on those times for the sun going up and the sun going down, and how you'll know how long the sun is out. You'll be able to almost shape the earth. Montreal, Toronto, Detroit, Chicago, Iowa, Nebraska, Wyoming, Utah, the Dakotas, and maybe into Idaho or Seattle. Or maybe we'll go from Montreal over to Boston, over to New York or Pennsylvania, up to Toronto, down to Buffalo, over to Michigan, down into Illinois, over into Arkansas, skip over into I'm not sure where. If you want to go all the way down to New Orleans and go over down into Florida, we'll keep up the East Coast, and then we'll move over into the West Coast, New Mexico, and we'll just see where the sun comes up. But that's only in North America. So now we have one shape. Now, let's keep going around the planet and see where the sun came up everywhere to shape our planet. Can I do it? It takes a lot of work. There's a lot of time we need at home or wherever we are to do research and house cleaning. That includes laundry, washing the toilet, cooking suppers, taking showers, doing the bed and the laundry, sweeping the floor, and having to go to work and try to figure out where the truth is. Where is the truth? God is joy, where G is exchanged for a J in French. And Jesus, it's Christ. Christ, to me, that thing they put on their tongue is almost like saying you are electrified. You have taken the breathing of air that gave you life. The breathing of air that gave you life, that gave you a mind that can think and interchange on this planet through your processor, the alternate processor and the processor of the elephant, the mind that holds the water. I'm not sure if you can see the shape of my head. Obviously you can, but can you see something else? With my nose, the way it just goes down and like this. There's a whole shape to us. There's a whole shape to us. There's a shape in everything. There's balance. J and G. Griggs. So we spoke about this page over here in numbers. Anybody that's been here from the beginning that wants to know a little bit more, a question about these numbers, what anything means, where I got any of this from, go ahead and ask me. Don't be too shy. I want to speak about the word we. The word we is a total letter value of 28 cycle of the moon, although the cycle of the moon apparently is 27 point blank. Yet, the Hebrew year is anywhere from 350 odd 4 days, I believe, all the way up to 384 days. Creation in Pluto, creation of the church, creation of DC, the sun, and AC/DC. All of this comes just from the numbers. So we, the W is the 23rd letter. The E is the 5th letter, 20, okay? 2 and 3, 5. The E, 0, 5, 55. So in one way, it's a total value. So what name would I give to the word we when each letter has a total single letter count of 5 and 5, yet the total 2 letters combined together have a total letter count of 28? Now, if I take these 2 singular letter counts and bring them together, I would have a total of 10. Both 10 and 28 are noted as black. The number 27 is noted as red. So anything that goes with red, that's where we're going to put number 27. Anything that goes with black, that's where we're going to put number 28. 2 and 7 is 9. 2 and 8 is 1. And 19 is artificial intelligence, or A and I. And what does it mean? Altered images? What actually happened? What actually happened during that state, during that period? I'm thinking where I'm going next with this. I was doing, so we were talking about, I'm not really sure if it was Dharma Lady. And you ever hear that? There's one woman, I think it's a woman. And I have to say it that way, even though I know it's a woman. I mean, a female, a girl, born the opposite sex of me, a person, a human being, a human of light. Boy, oh boy, where's George Carlin? We need George Carlin back. He had it all down pat, George Carlin. So another thing I wanted to mention is that initials B and G, okay, are those 2 initials when a big red sun. And if on one side B and G is good, then on the other side it is evil. So if B and G, the opposite of B is Y, the opposite of G is T. YT, Y2K. The disaster of Y2K is not a disaster because of the computers, but a human-created disaster. That because of the cube, the 2000 plus the cube equals 2021, and that is the exact time period we are in, and we reached that on Monday. What that means, I have no idea. But I will make something up, and I think everything's going to go fast. Whatever it is, it's going to be fast. Fast, or what will seem fast. And when I say what will seem fast, it's almost like saying you hear a commercial, and then all of a sudden you turn the radio station, you hear the same commercial again, and over and over and over. If you do this, you'll hear it. Whatever you're trying to avoid, you are going to hear over and over and over again. That's what I see in 2021. When they say things are going to be out of sync, or things are going to happen, well, in your mind, that's what's going to happen. I heard it. I saw it. Oh my God, they're saying it again. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to see it. But it's happening over and over and over again. Why? We're making us notice. The distance between us socially will make you have more time on your hands, more times to think and to question yourself, making your mind a little bit delusional at times. We should ask Wilson about that. Wilson, does everybody know Wilson? Wilson was a soccer ball in a movie that had what's his name in it. He was good, and that was a good movie at that time. What was his name? So we were talking about number 27. We went on to number 39. I said I was going to speak about darts. I would like somebody to come out here, of the 4 that are out here, and say, yes, tell me about darts, or yes, tell me about bowling. Darts is going to be a long interjection to do. There's a lot of stuff going on in darts. But with number 37, for those who are new to the channel, 37 and 39 is on here. And I wish I had my videos in complete order to find out exactly where everything is. So a lot of things I've explained, some things I can't remember off the top of my head. Funny expression. But on the, if you take every second number, you'll see where my finger is, 4 and 35. 4 and 35 is 39. 35 and 2, 37. So you have 2 here and 4 here divided by the 35. And then we'll go to the next one. 6, 33 and 4. 33 and 4, 37. Where the 4 went with the 5, to create 39, now it goes with the 33 to create the 37. Where it goes with the 6 to create the 39. Now the 31 goes with the 6 to create 37, where the 6 went with the 33 to create 39, where the 31 goes with the 8 to create 39. Where the 8 goes with the, I can't see this one. Where the 8 goes with the 29 to create 37, where the 10 goes with the 29 to create 39, where the 8 went with the 31 to create 39. And it goes along for most of this board. And then there's the red side. But if you take a look, you can barely see the red because of the light, or you can't see the numbers because of the light. So now, doesn't it look like gears? And then the biggest gear is over here, a time lapse, right over here. Why is it a time lapse? Because we don't see the 2 reds next to the gray. See, is it the only time that it happens? On this side, it's the 2 blacks. On the other side, it's the 2 reds. So in its own, it's telling its own story. The opposite side of the board next to the 0 is the 2, and on the other side it's the 1. Then next to it, it's 14 and 13, 35. The opposite side, if I can just, let's put the light up here a little bit more. Or let's put it down here. Hold on a second. Let's put it down here. And let me just try to get out a piece of paper. So we have these zeros, right? So now I'm going to take the 0, 28 and 27. I'm just going to try and hold on a second. Maybe I should make a hole in here, right? So here we're gonna go. Let me see. So now we have, look where the red marks are. Hold on a second. Just give me a second. 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 Boy, I'm having a hard time. Let me just lose my pen. 27 and 28. Okay. Now we're going to go to 10 and 9. 1 over from the 0, 28. 1 over from the 0, 27. 1 over, 2 over 10. 2 over 9. 3 over 26. 3 over 25. So 29 would bring 30. 11 would bring 12. So all the numbers are opposite of each other. 18 is opposite of 17, 35. 6 is opposite of 5, 11. 21 is opposite. So all these combinations will tell you a different story in the center. If 19 is opposite of 20, the difference is 1. Always the difference will be 1 in the opposite, or 0.5, known as the E worlds. If I go to this side of the board, there's only a single 0. So how do I find the differences? Well, in this part of the board, the roulette table, hold on a second, I'm looking for something. The roulette table, or there's a game board with this. And they did this right here. Orphans. Orphans and orphans, voisin de zero. So they explain in this French roulette with a single 0, different areas, what they mean. And this orphelin, 5775. And that's your moon. That's your 14 and your 16 numeric value that will both create number 29. And we're back to, for those who are following, we're back to number 27. So I'm going to do the bowling bit and the IT system. It is what it is. And then we're going to end this video within the next 10 minutes. Just give me 1 second here. Boy, I split apart all my screens. I'm trying to look for a screen. Give me a second. Give me a second. I am looking for something. I'm looking for where I am. Okay, here I am. Okay, so I'm going to do a thing on bowling. Still, nobody's participating, but that's okay. I don't even know if anybody's real. It's okay. Usually when you bowl, you can bowl one game. But usually when you're playing teams, right, you usually play 3 and 4 games. That's what a session is called. A session of bowling. 3 games. A session of baseball. 2, 3, and 4 game series. Hockey and football. 1 game. And then there's time periods, but this is bowling. So you notice that the 10th frame is elongated. So if I get a strike and I get a strike and I get a strike in this frame, I have 30. In the second frame, okay, I have 60. In the third frame, I have 90 if I keep getting strikes. Now there's a total of 10 frames. And in the total of 10 frames, I have 12 possible strikes. But I have a total of throws of 9 times 2 equals to 18. And then 1 times 3 equals to 21. Because in the last frame, you can throw it 3 times. So you'd have 30, 60, 90, 120, 150, 180, 210 in the 7th frame. That is your birth gateway through the moon. 240. Communication, 9 lives of the cat. 24, 24-hour day. 24, the planet house. 270. I was talking about the arrow before. I'm just going to create squares. This can be the arrow, right? But I'm going to create 3 squares, and that's the arrow. I need this here plugin to have everything working. So it's 3 out of 4, and 1 ignites. 1 ignites. And then we spread out. That's your arrow. That's your 3 out of 4. 1 plugin. So we have 270, and then we have 300. All zeros equal 6 creates 366, and that is your year. 2 strikes and a 9, 365, and that is your year. Now here's another way to look at it. That in the first 3 frames, if you only bowl the first 3 frames, you will have 30, then you will have 50, then you will have 60. And that is your bowling. In the 9th frame, in the 4th frame, we now reach the numeric value for Mars, 1 through 15. In the 7th frame, we now reach 210, which is birth, and it's 1 through 20. This is 1 through 15, the game of pool, the stripe and the solid. This one is the darts. This one will go with the game of pool. Maybe it's called pool because we all go swimming. Maybe it's because we had a carpool. Maybe it was Rover who stood by us to come over. I don't know, but this is the way it's marked. So it becomes 30. Then you get 20, 30, 20, and 10. And it's the first. Creation is now 60. Alpha beta becomes 50. And alpha alone is creation in its own. The first planet, the second planet, and the third planet Earth gets the 60-second clock, but the total of the continuation is 90. And that's when we spoke about how time works, where time is 96 seconds a minute, 96 minutes in an hour, and it creates your 24-hour, each hour to be X number of seconds, and each day divided by the days and the hours and the minutes that we're using right now, and we can see how much time is different from our time. Would you like that I do it? I will do it, and I've done it before. 96 times 96 equals to 9,216 seconds in 1 metric hour. You have your calculators out? Divide that by 60 equals to 1536, which means it's 153.6 minutes. So I want to calculate that to be exact. I'm trying to figure out how can I be exact. Times 5 equals 768 minutes. No. 9. Hold on. Let me multiply it by 4 hours. Times 4. 9216 times 4 equals to 368.64. What number would make it full? What number would make it a whole day? Let's go 15 hours. 9216 times 15 equals to 138,240 seconds divided by 24 equals to does anybody know what that is? That's the year 2000. Hebrew time, year 2000. And I just did that off the top of my head, calculating. Just let me do that again. 9216 times 15 equals. Yes, and I used 15. Okay. Hold on a second. Times 15. I'm going to tell you why I used 15. Because the 15-hour day. At 96 hours, that would be a 15-hour day. I'm looking for my eraser. I don't like to. Where's my eraser? Everything's upside down. It will get clean. It'll get clean. Found my wallet. It'll get clean. I have these books here I want to throw out. I want to show them to you before. Wow, not happy. Not happy. I can't find my. Everything's all over the place. Not a good sight. Not a good sight to have everything all over the place. Okay, I wanted to erase something and I can't. So I'm going to scratch it off. I multiplied it by 15 times 14 I wrote. It's times 15 to come out to 138,240 because I figured that's how many. I've already done this calculation. That's how I know it comes out to. So 9216, 96 by 96 is this, times 15 hours equals 138,240 seconds. And what does all this mean? I'm not really looking into it. I always like to add up the first two numbers. Over here, you'll have, first of all, from bowling, you'll have 130, 260. The first number saying second frame, total 60. 390. 390 represents number 10. 4120, I'll add up the 4 and 1, make it 520, make it Earth. Birth on Earth through the gateway, the division in Mars, the game of pulling between the stripes and the solid divided by the 8 ball. Here we'll have 618, resident angels, 666 for 18. 6 and 1 is 7, 78 through the gateway. 7 and 2 is 9, 91 spirit, the 7th gate, 91 spirit. I add them together through the moon and the birth through the moon. Here's the heaven with number 2, 9 lives of the cat, the planet house. 8 and 2 is 10, becomes 114. Through the heavens is the sun, your DNA, and your birth. 9 and 2 is 11, becomes 2, remains 27, and the number 9, 3/4, and the red sun. 10 is 100. How do we put this with this? I'm not really sure. Should we make it 3,000? Should I make it 4 for the blue world? I don't know what to do with this, so we're leaving it alone. Over here, I have the 15 hours, and then I divide it by the 24-hour day to give me this number. It's just really ironic. So 5760 divided by 1,440 minutes in a day equals to, divided by 1,440 minutes in a day equals to 4. Planet Mars, or the 4 corners. We can share them all. So 5760 divided by 4 equals to 1440. Multiplied by 2 equals to 2880. That is your Pegasus, that is your cycle, and that is your passing highway. It's almost like why I say the passing highway. 80 will be 86, 2 times 4, 2 plus 4, the 24-hour day. Through the cycle in the moon, the mixture between red and blue, and since 80 is a bypass of 66, which is noted as insurance terms as Freedom 55, is created through 14 and 16 numerically. And this one will be 54, excuse me, and this one will be 76, and this one will be denoted over to 55 and 29, and this one will be denoted over 29 and 11. When we do the calculation, the multiple, 5 times 4, 5 plus 4, 7 times 6, 7 plus 6, 13 and 24, 7 times 6, 7 plus 6, and we have 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 equals to 10, and the spirit of 76 is that 10 combination coming together. Here's the 4 corners. We put this together. We get one area running to 4. So the 5th area over here, okay, where we have 4, 8, 12, 16, okay, now living in 88. See the 88 in here? '88. To create 88, you put 52 next to 52 next to each other. It'll create an 88. Actually, sorry, 52 next to each other does not create that. 52 next to each other. Whoa. Here's 50. Whoa. 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 Here's 55. And here is 52. Let me do that again. Here's your 52. Here's your 55. 1, 0, 0. Anyways, let's just stick away from that and keep on with the time that we're calculating. So we end up with this and that. And then when we multiply the vibration, we end up with 24. And the way to get that is 6 times 4 equals 24. And 6 plus 4 equals to 10. Roman numeral and position in the alphabet are both X, which is the 20 position. So we did this part of time. The second part of time, and this is fast, I didn't go over it, is 90 by 90, because there's a piece of time that's lost in our creation. 90 by 90 is 8,100 seconds. 90 seconds, 90 minutes to a metric hour. A human electric hour. So we have 81 times 16. 8,100 times 16 equals to 129,600. So we take that and we divide it by, if I get that right, 24 equals to, let me see if I got that right, 129,600 divided by 60, is it? 129,600 divided by 60. I forget what the calculation is. It's 2160 divided by 60 equals 2160. That is the diameter of the moon, or 1.5 times 1,440 minutes in a day equals to this number. That is our birth. It's also the same as saying 2,100 if you want to look at it that way, because all zeros equal 6, but we don't want to count this. We're not there. We're only here. So this one would be the egg, and 36 creation. 2 and 1 becomes 36. 1 and 6 becomes 7 in the half-life. 2 becomes 2 and 7 again. So it brings me, because 6 plus 1 is 7. 2 plus 1 is 3. So it's either this one or this one. 3 and 6, 9. 2 and 7, 9. And they're going to make a new equation. Divided by 60. Now we're going to divide that. First we divided this. Now we're going to divide it here. We're going to divide, multiply. No, let's see, divide it. What was I going to divide it by? God. 129, 60, 600 divided by, is it 18? No. Well, let me do something else. 25,920, the Mayan count, divided by 2 equals to the Mayan count, half the Mayan count. So would I divide this by 360 degrees? No, that's not the answer. Just give me a second. I know there's the answer out there. 129,600. So this is a day and a half. 1.5 days, the numeric value for Mars. Oh, I'm looking for another answer. I don't remember what that answer is. 129,600. What was it? Divided by 60 equals that? No, that's 1.5. I wanted another answer. 129,600 divided by 24 equals 5,400. Divided by 24 equals 5,400. That's the numeric value of the sun. Can I get it to equal 5,760? 129,600 divided by 57, 60 equals to 22.5. That's not the answer I'm looking for, but it's just give me a second. We're down to 2. Wow, I don't remember what the number is. 129,600 divided by 18 equals to 7,200. That's half a day. Anyways, there's 2 different periods of time. This is the 16-hour day. 90 by 90. 90 seconds, 90 minutes. Hold on a second. 90 seconds times 90 minutes equals 8,100. Okay, times 24 equals to, okay, not times 16, times 24. No, I have to just keep that out. Times 16 is that, but 8,100 times 24. 8,100 times 24, because a regular 24-hour day is 194,400. Okay. Artificial, but we don't have the 24-hour day because the day would only be 16 hours. I have to end this video because something's wrong. 90 minutes, 90 seconds times 16 hours is 129,600. The full Mayan count is double this. So I don't really want to go any further. And it shows that it comes from the numeric value in the sun, where 96 shows it comes from the numeric value in the moon. And this is the year 2000. So we're going to end the video here. We're down to 2. And I want to thank you for watching for this full 15 minutes metric time. And I'm going to be throwing out, I found these Hebrew books. It's just sickening what religions do. They just threw it on the floor at the cemetery after they made their prayers. They throw things out. They have specific things going on in their heads. Asher bar Shem Kov. Asher bam Shem Kov. So they throw things out. People have no respect. Come on. It's time to learn to respect. 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 Paint. I have paint for my room. So anyways, it's all respect. They threw out all these books. They're not in English. I can't read them. Peace and love to all. Thank you for watching this video. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Clean up. Keep your glove on. Let everybody know where you stand silently. Thank you for watching this video.